I ain't here for the money, I ain't here for the fame. Though it might be nice to own a jet plane, I'ma do it all for you. Come along and see it's true, but the world is pretty cool.
What is up, ladies and gentlemen? Doughboy Fresh here, and welcome back to Valheim. We are reattempting the hardcore game. Those of you who watched the first video, it ended with a tree log somehow one-shotting. We had 25 health, but on my screen, the way I looked at it, it looked like it was tilting up, going upward. It might have uppercutted us in the jaw. Who knows? Some of that tree uppercut physics. So we're gonna go ahead and start a new one. This is season 2 of the hardcore series. So we're gonna make a new character and a new world with a completely randomized seed. Now, last time we were a pale guy with an emo haircut. So this time we'll be a black guy with... What's the opposite of emo? Ponytail? Like a weeabo? And we'll make it white. There we go. Alright. Retry. Let's try it. Retry fresh. There we go. Retry fresh 1. Because we're probably going to die again. That looks... Retry fresh hone. Hopefully we don't die in such a sudden way this time. Hopefully I at least get to play the game. But like I said in the last video, it was a good introduction to what the series is going to be. And hopefully it's fun. I mean, I had fun with the last one, so hopefully this one is fun. We're just going to name it Hardcore again. No reason to make that any kind of strange. And then numbers and letters randomized. Completely new seed, and then we'll go ahead and start it away. I'll see you guys in Valheim. Alrighty, my friends. We fly in with our little weeabo haircut. I say weeabo because I don't know, that seems like some form of haircut for weeabos. I think it's maybe because it looks like Sephiroth there. I think that's why I think that. But, you know, who am I to judge? I'm not judging. I love anime and all things weeabish. Final Fantasy is so good. We are now flying in. Gonna be doing a little bit more time lapsing early on than we did last time. Last time I had a lot of things to explain about the hardcore series and what we were gonna be doing. So this time won't have to do that as much, so I can just get to cut everything short, which will help the video length as well. Because like I said, I want to record for about an hour each time, each session, and then time-lapse, obviously, all the sprinting and chopping down of trees and such. So, that's our goal. So I'm going to go ahead and collect up some sticks and stones, and I'll see you once we're ready to start building a little base, and then we'll kind of go from there, because that's where we got last time. We built the base, and then we're about to go farm some wood, and got uppercutted by a trunk. So, hopefully y'all enjoyed the first video, even though it ended abruptly like that. I definitely enjoyed making it. Kind of enjoying this style of video that I'm not super used to making. It's good to step out of your comfort zone every once in a while, shake things up a bit, as I'm sure y'all know. And then we'll get to it. I will see you guys in a little bit once we're ready to start building the little shack. We might make it look a little bit nicer than we did last time, but we'll get there when we get there, guys. I'll see you in a bit. All right. So, as you saw, we were being very careful with them falling logs so we didn't get uppercutted, and we got a nice little grouping of trees that knocked each other over, which was super nice. So what we're going to do is we're going to go build our shack, and then we're going to come back to that area, and that's where we're going to farm for our next little wood supply, so we can make a bed, some boxes, stuff like that. Looks like we have a nice ocean on this one. It's a nice little bay area. See some land over there, so I'm assuming that's all connected up through this area because the first boss is over there. Oh. So we're gonna try to make a little hut. Maybe I'll make it on one of these rocks. Be a nice little view. A little change from what we did last time. Last base was like a super super ghetto-y looking thing. So slap down this little workbench, and then we'll get to crafting or building a little shack, a little shackapoo. Well, these graylings are everywhere. And then once we build the shack, probably do another time lapse when we go and collect up more wood, and that's when we'll slap down our bed and our boxes. Hopefully have like a little storage space, and then the next goal will be to hunt some pigs, get some leather, hopefully get a bow, because bow is a very important step in the early game progression, because it allows you to hunt deer. And deer have very important things like meat. So I'm sure you can imagine meat is a very good source of food. Who would have thought, right? So we're going to go ahead and slap down our kind of base structure. Cool thing about this rock is it means I don't need to put support beams on every corner. Can put that in there. There we go. Just a little 3x3, similar to what we did before. We're going to make it a little bit different this time. A little bit lower to the ground, I feel. A little bit more Viking-esque. It's Vikings, as I'm sure a lot of you know. They were into the business of buildings like that one. If you see that one right there. I didn't even see that before. I'm very blind, as you can tell. But yeah, really low where the roofs would kind of hang off the sides and touch the ground. So I'll try to build a similar structure on this rock. No, not a typical spot for a Viking hut, but you know. It is what it is. And then we'll try to make like a little campfire chimney spot too. So the smoke physics in this game are one of the things that first drew me to it. They're really cool. Really important to get your campfire having a little chimney or you'll get smoked out and die, and I'm already out of wood. It's very bad. Okay, well. So let's just break a couple of these roofs and then grab one of these. Those aren't grabbable. Grab a stone real quick. There we go. Alright, looks like I might have to do a little bit more chopping of the wood. What am I missing? Oh. Let's punch one of these trees. Level up our unarmed skill a little bit. And make that. And like I said in the last video, if you watched it, awesome. If you didn't, things in this game, they don't despawn, so I try to throw things into the water. Then you don't have a bunch of stuff just sitting around everywhere. It can be really annoying to deal with. So kind of keeps things clean and tidy on your floor. So you don't, because that right there will never go away until you pick it up and throw it in the ocean. Yeah, I'm gonna kill some of these pigs, and then I'm gonna go chop down some wood. and then I'll meet you back at the house, do some time-lapse action here for you guys. If you don't like it, you can skip ahead, but it's cool. All right. Sorry, almost forgot to come back to to non time lapsing. But here we are. We got a good amount of wood, as you probably saw. I got pretty lucky with the tree toppling. Knocked a lot of trees over without needing to do a whole lot of work. It's always a very nice feeling. So now we're just gonna go ahead and construct our little base. Put like a little chimney action here. I don't think I can make a bonfire yet because I need stones. Yeah, but we'll be able to grab those. No problemo. So we'll make our little starter shack. It looks like we're gonna have some pieces underneath the rock, but that is a-okay. As long as there's a roof over it, that's really what matters. So we're gonna move this crafting station up onto la base. Now that we have enough stuff made, and we're going to put our roof on, and that's when we're going to put the walls, because we always want to contort the walls to match the roof. And that's our little fire. I'm hoping we can still access it. Oh yeah, we should be perfectly fine. Make this a little bit bigger. Can I clip that? No. There we are. Bam and bam. And then we'll do a wall just for the aesthetics of it. Just right there. There we go. And then we're gonna go ahead and build a little door. Build it right. Why did I even think that was gonna work? There's a roof there, no boy. There we are. And then we build half walls here and here. And then 45-degree angles. Right there. Lay right there. And I know Vikings didn't use this concept. I don't think they had roofs like this, but we're gonna do this because it's easier than trying to clip everything similarly. Then we'll go ahead and put a little half wall right there. I should have plenty of wood. Oh yeah, I got plenty. And we'll do the same back here with the little half walls and the angled wall. There we go. And then we'll put a full wall instead of the half wall nonsense we had to do on the other side. Let's go ahead and break that. I mean, if you wanted to make this build look a little bit cooler, I mean, it's just a starter base. I'm not too stressed about making it look good. You could always clip little beams like this, because in my opinion, that looks pretty cool on the houses. Similar to the starting, or not starting, but the structures already in the game. You might run into an issue like this, but you just keep going until it doesn't let you go no more. I had that clip. Oh, there we go. Just like that. Yeah. It's a pretty good little starter, I think. I like it a lot. One thing I do want to do, because I hate jumping through doorways in every survival game I play, is make some stairs. And because this game has rain damage, put a little overhang. I know that probably makes it look a lot uglier, but you know. We aren't picky here. Now one thing, because it's about to be nighttime, like I said, nighttime is when things get a little bit scary. So I do want to find enough stones to make a campfire. because you can't sleep in a bed unless there's a fire next to it for some reason. I think your character needs to be nice and cuddly warm. Doesn't like sleeping into cold. I think you need 5 stones for it. Yeah, 5 stones. So I don't think there's any more out here. There is more flint though. Oh, it's gonna be weird not having a stamina bar. I'm gonna have to get used to it. It'll be very important to get used to too. So when you run out of stamina, that's when you die. Because you can't attack, you can't dodge, you can't block unless you have stamina. So running out of stamina is a very bad time for the Viking. Just need 1 more stone. Come on. Run this way a bit. We have enough flint as well for a flint axe. So that'll be a nice little wood chopping upgrade for ourselves. Is that a stone? Nope. Also, the graylings and stuff, they don't like fire, so run out with a torch, they're less likely to attack you. I'll get a little bit close like this fella here. Then they'll turn around. So, you find that out in the lore of the game. There's these little rune stones. They're red glowy runes you can find around the map that give you like little details about the game and like the lore of creatures and stuff like that and how to tame certain ones. Yeah, you can tame stuff in this game. It's actually pretty cool. So we'll slap down our little campfire right there. Throw, hopefully I didn't throw too much. How much wood do I got? Oh, we can throw the rest in there if we wanted to. So make a little bed. Right out there. Go away, Hugin. Spawn point set. That's useful. Not in hardcore, but it's definitely useful in the regular game. If you have bought in the game and don't play it much, or if you are thinking about buying it, definitely do. This game is awesome. Spawn points are really important. You always want to have a spawn point close by whatever you are doing. It's really nice to be able to spawn next to where you might have just died. Now we are going to make a little meat cooking station. We'll cook up some of this meat here. And go ahead and repair. Make a flint axe. Flint spear is another thing I might try to get early. It does take leather, so I'm a little wary of doing it, because leather is just so important early on for... Uh-oh. Hello? Little meat boy back there? I can't... Oh, no. Oh, I might need to move this cooking rack a little bit, move it a little bit back. Anyways, I forgot what I was saying. Short-term memory. Anyways, but we're going to cook up some of this meat. We're going to eat it. Eat all the foods. We're going to break this bad boy and move it. Actually, let's pick that meat up first. Move it back a little bit. I think if it's back, they'll fall forward instead of backwards like that one did. There we are. Nice. It's a nice little house. Nice little house. Now we're going to throw this stone axe away. We'll never need that again in our lives. And now we're going to go get that rest of that wood we chopped down. Make some boxes. Then hunt some pigs. Now every once in a while you'll see like the glowing yellow little explosion from my character's head. There are leveling up skills. That's what they are doing. Oh, that's not the right one. The skills in this game are pretty cool. Each thing has its own kind of skill experience bar. And the higher they get, the better your character is at doing them. I don't know the exact percentages of it, but you can definitely notice when you level up your wood chopping skill that, you know, chopping wood becomes a lot easier and a lot quicker. So, it's pretty nice thing to do. Now, probably noticed this in the time lapse. This is something I like to do when I'm farming wood, is I try to hit multiple things at once, just for efficiency. You can hit multiple logs at the same time, a couple trees like this right here. I can hit both of these at the same time. And I feel like it just speeds it up. It does lower the damage you do to each item when you spread it like that. Even enemies, you can do that too. But I still feel like it's faster. And I've chopped my fair share of wood. But, you know, it might not be effective at all. You might lower it so much that it's slower. Who knows? I'm sure the game devs do, but nobody else. Let's collect this resin. Resin's good early, because when we get a bow and start getting a little bit of resources built up, you can make fire arrows, which are very important for trolls. In this game, there is wind mechanics. So if you notice on the map, up here, where my mouse is right now, there's a little arrow. That arrow is blowing straight into these deer, so they're actually smelling me. They're not seeing me, because I'm sneaky. This one, for some reason, maybe his sniffer's broken. It's got a sicky cold flu. But then grab that stuff. So workbench improvements are something we do want to get early as well, because they're pretty important for the progression. So you can make better items and all that stuff. So get that workbench level. Next will give us another source of meat. That way we can start saving the mushrooms. I have a very hard time finding mushrooms. I think it's just a curse. Come on. Come up here. Come to a ground where I can hit your small head. Because I've hunted mushrooms for a long time and only found like 4, and then I had a friend join the server and he had like 30 in 10 minutes. So it's just something that I just don't seem to do very well. Come on. So saving them as early as you can is a good helpful reminder as well. If you're not worried about dying, like if you're playing regular, don't eat them at all. Just save them, because you can craft food later with them. They're needed for one of the best foods in the game. They're also, I believe they're needed for some of the meads, which are like this game's version of potions. So don't quote me on that one though, because I'm not 100% sure. But I can't see where I'm going. Oh. One awesome feature of this game is you can mark the map. So what we're going to do, we're going to mark that map home. Had a little bed icon on it because I had that spawn point. The spawn point will give you a little marker on the map. But I like it a lot more with the little house icon because I'm weird. Now let's sneak up on this deer. What I'm doing now is I'm hunting for pigs because I need leather. Oh, you turned right into me, you punk. Okay. Let's level up this sneaking skill. Let's pick up this mushroom as well. Now, what thing I might try to do... might try to get a dagger early, or like a knife. The knives have a basically a backstab mechanic to them, where they deal a lot more damage than any other weapon if you hit them in the back. Now, that's not really effective in the normal game, unless you're really good at like rolling out of the way and getting behind the enemy, or they're slow or something. So the main way to really combo that is to have a good sneak skill and sneak behind them. So that might be something I try to do in hardcore, because I don't know how much the damage is increased by, but this is a cool little structure. Let's mark that real quick. Big home, question mark? Once we get some resources, might try to build a nice little home in this. 'Cause it's already flat. It's very nice. Seen those before. Most of the time they're by the coast though, so it's kind of cool to see one in the middle of the forest like that. And I forgot what I was saying again. One thing we're also looking for in these houses, aside from chests, is bees. Now, I can't really knock the bees down quite yet because I need that bow, which I need pigs, which are eluding me. But bees are a very good source of food as well early, and the honey that they make is used in almost anything. It's used in meads, used in food, all the above. It's a very good health food as well. It gives you really good health regen. It's like 5 health per tick, which is basically more than any other food, and you get it super early, so it's really good. Ah, a pig. Oh, okay, you're not gonna swing? Swing at me. Anywho, I'm gonna go ahead and just time lapse it from here. Don't want the video to be super long of me just rambling about stupid stuff like, you know, structures and bees and honey. Hopefully giving some of you newer players a little bit of knowledge, though. It's always the goal. But yeah, I'll see you guys in a little bit once we get enough leather to craft our bow. Obviously, we'll stop the time lapse if anything crazy happens, like me dying. Yeah, I'll be back. Okay. So I'm sure you guys watching the time lapse. I've been kind of standing here for a while. I'm trying to see when the waves go down where the ground is, because I really want to get over there. That's where the first boss is, and I'm sure that's just a lake and you can go all the way around. But obviously having a much quicker route would be nicer. Now going out there might be the play. So we've already been out on this little island stretch here. So it might be a little bit safer going this way, because then we don't have to deal with 4 necks and 3 boar. They're gonna come say hello to us. So let's regen stamina. Now swimming in this game is very scary. If you run out of stamina, it just wrecks your health bar. Very quickly too. Now there are ways, if you have meads on you, of surviving it. There are stamina meads you can drink while swimming. You can drink a health potion, or health mead, I should say. So I mean, there are ways of surviving being stuck in the water with no stamina. It's just difficult. So I'm thinking I can make it to that rock. I'm just hoping I can get up it. So we're gonna run and jump, giving us a lot more distance than just trying to run off of it. Oh yeah, we'll make it. Easy money. Oh god, please stand. Okay. Anyways, eventually I'll probably build a little bridge right there. I think that'll look cool. Be a little nice structure to make too. Give us access to more thicker trees and such. Now the reason I stopped and made this spear is because you can throw spears. And without a bow, I assume sacrificing some leather for the shield as well was pretty nice. But without a bow, getting stuff like deer is a little bit of a challenge. And it's also something that you want to get early, because leather armor is kind of the first step that you want to find or want to get to. and hunting deer is just a pain without a bow. You gotta sneak up on them. It's just awful. My first time playing, I didn't know the components to make a bow, so I was confused. I'm like, wow, this game doesn't have bows. It's a survival game with no bow. So I was sneaking up to every deer and just stabbing it in the back with a club. Oh, that sentence sounds a little strange now that I think about it. Anyways, yeah, it was a pain. And then I learned that you can make spears and that you can throw them, and that if you get leather, you can, or not leather, is it leather? Yeah, leather. You can actually just make a bow. And I felt really silly because I had been sneaking up on deer for so long. This is what I was mentioning earlier with those runes that'll have like lore on them like that. They're pretty cool. Fear the Horned One, the Spirit Skin's last sentence, that's just referring to the first boss, which is a deer that shoots lightning from its horns. It's pretty cool. Definitely something we'll want to be well prepared for. Food is running out, so we're just going to eat again. Got some more meat to cook as well. So I was talking. I haven't thrown the spear. I haven't thrown the spear much, as you could probably tell by that throw. So I don't know the trajectory too well. So it'll be a work in progress. Come here. That right there is why the spears are so great. They give you really good parry power. If you look at the stats of it, it says parry force 20, block force 20. So you can block heavier hits and you can parry heavier hits. Let's try to yeet this deer. Yeet! Hey! I missed the first one because I didn't say yeet. Facts. Confirmed. Yeah. Parry is very good in this game. It's one of the most extreme wow. Sentence hard. It's one of the most useful and extremely good mechanics to learn. Especially when you get higher into the game and you're fighting stuff in the plains and in the swamps. Because those things hit like trucks. Now you can't just hold the shield and block it all, but then they just keep hitting you and you're kind of stuck there, losing stamina for blocking. So it's not always the best strategy to do. And it is becoming nighttime, so we're going to go ahead and go home and sleep. Oh, ow. As you see, because I have cooked meat, my health bar is very large, which is pretty nice. If I had a health bar like this in the first attempt at this hardcore challenge, I wouldn't have died so easy. I wouldn't have been uppercutted by a tree. As funny as it was very tragic. But I'm glad this one's going a lot more smoothly. I think we're established enough where we're not going to die early to something like that. Hopefully, fingers crossed. But I at least want to make it to the Black Forest before we die, because that's where the game kind of begins. This beginning part, you're just finding graylings here and there, and you're fighting boars. You're not really doing too much. There's no dungeons to explore. But then when you get to the Black Forest, you got burial chambers, you got structures everywhere. It's just where the game gets a little bit more fun, in my opinion. We're doing pretty well on materials, too. I think we're in a pretty good place. Now, I can't remember how much leather armor costs. I'm gonna bother with that. As you can see, moving the cooking station back, now they won't fall behind it, so plan worked out to fruition right there. On flint, what do I need flint for other than what we've made? I think just Workbench Upgrades. Come on, there we go. So the Workbench Upgrades, you find them in here. And basically all you have to do is craft that little thing somewhere in the vicinity of your workbench, and it levels the workbench up, which gives you the ability to make higher level gear. My meat just finished. If you don't grab the meat right away, it will burn and turn to charcoal, which we definitely don't need at the moment. Yeah. Craft this little guy right here. It's a little axe chopping station. Kind of make it look a little bit nice for the aesthetic. Now, if you see that little line going off to the side right there, that just means it's connected to a workbench. So if it's all glowy like that, you know it's connected to your workbench. And you can slap it down, and boom. Workbench level 2. Now we got leather. Or, yeah, leather tunics and leather pants. Which, do I? No. So we can get away from this rag armor we're currently wearing and get some actual armor. And then get a helmet on, and it's just good stuff from here. And that bow, that's what we want. Ooh, flint for flint head arrows. Gotcha. Just going to try and save up as much. I'm going to carry those with me so I know how much I have at all times. Do that. Oh yeah, you can't repair torches. And then we'll sleep. A little bit of clipping through the roof right there. But it is what it is. And then we're going to go back out there and try to find some more pigs. I want to kind of run to the first boss's area. That way I can, 1, see it and know what it looks like. And 2, just kind of see the landscape surrounding it as well. Ooh, that's nice. You ever find a fish washed up on shore like that? They are also a very good source of food. You can't even fish them until you find the merchant, which is quite a ways into the game, and then you have to sell valuables to him and get gold and then buy a fishing pole. I don't know why you can't craft a fishing pole and you have to buy it, but it is relatively cheap. It's just something I feel like the game should have a lot sooner for the players instead of later. So, but hey, I didn't make this game, and I love this game, so it's probably good I didn't make it. Trophy. So trophies are just things you can... I mean, there are trophies that are used for crafting purposes and such. But most trophies are just something you hang on your wall to give your house a cool aesthetic of, I've killed this. I'm Viking man. Did I pick that one up? No. There we go. Alright. Let's run this way. Keep our eyes open for pigs, for raspberries, for mushrooms, all of the above. Maybe a deer I can yeet another spear into. You saw me, didn't you? Yeah, you did. Damn. If they see you, wow, they make those really weird noises. They kind of howl like coyotes or something. I don't know. It doesn't sound like a deer noise. At least no deer that I've heard. And then they just run away. And they just keep running. Just keep running. Oh. Ah. La, 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 la. Oh, I'm downwind. So they're all smelling me. My smelly Viking armpits. Oh, yeah. Dang. There's a lot of water on this seed. My main seed that I play often, I spawned next to water, and it turned out to be a lake. And I didn't know that until a lot later in the game. I was sailing back from a swamp with a bunch of iron, and I thought just by what I had explored on the map at that point that the water near my base, or near my home, would be connected. I just had to go like north and loop around, kind of. So I went north, and there was no loop around. And I'm like, where the hell is the water that connects my this to the one next to my base. And then after sailing for a really long time, I learned that yeah, the water in my base was not but an ocean. This is the shrine of the first boss, the first Forsaken. This will say hunt his kin, because he's a deer, as you can probably tell by the statue here. Hunt his kin means hunt deer. Basically, you have to get deer trophies and sacrifice them to him. So, once we're all leathered out of our mines, we'll probably do that, and then we'll probably fight him. Hopefully do that in the next episode or two. But probably going to do one more little time lapse while I hunt for some boar and deer, nearing our hour mark of record time. And just do one last little time lapse to make the time go by a little bit quicker, so the video is not too long. I'll see you guys in a little bit. Stopping the time lapse here to yeet a spear real quick. Yeet! Damn. I had to try it. Okay, back to it. All right. I am back. And as you probably saw, we did it. We got a bow, got some arrows, some flint head arrows too, so we don't have to use those poopy wood arrows. They're so bad. Oh. Oh. Hey, we can make a sign now, though. As well do. Hardcore! So we're going to cook up some food. Try to organize our stuff a little bit better. And then that'll call it, 'cause we're getting pretty close to that hour mark. And as you saw, we got a valuable item. This is what I was talking about with the trader earlier, where the trader will buy certain items. Let's throw these seeds into the ocean. We don't want seeds. Certain seed. Oh. Might help to throw them in the ocean if I grab them. But yeah, certain seeds are useful. Like you can plant better trees like pine trees and fir trees and stuff, but birch, they're just pretty bad. They're just not good. But yeah, we had a pretty good day at the hardcore. A lot better than last time. We didn't get smashed by, or not smashed, we didn't get uppercutted by a tree. Got ourselves a spear that we got to practice yeeting at things a little bit. Got a bow as well. Plus we got a level 2 bench, so we can actually get some leather armor, which is a nice little upgrade. I'm just building a quick little box. So as you can tell, we're running out of space in our first one. Oh, and we're too slow. Cook up the rest of this food and then we'll call it a day. Very accomplished day. Can I get it there? I can. Bam. Hello. Hello, sir. There we go. We'll put like the trophy and the coal and stuff in that box. As you can see, different food gives you different perks. So this one's 45 health, 25 stamina. Which, I mean, it's a pretty solid source of food. Which, I mean, it's very comparable with the other food you get early, so I don't know why it's locked by the trader. It's something that I don't know if I'll ever understand. But this will give us the ability to organize a little bit. Put food in here. This gives us the ability to save a little bit of raspberries. So when we log in next time, we'll be able to eat some fish instead of munching down on our raspberries. Because raspberries, once you find the Black Forest biome, you get blueberries and make jam with it. And that jam is very good. Very, very top notch. But we are going to call it there. Thank you guys for watching if you made it this far. Don't forget to give the video a thumbs up and comment on it. I will read all comments. Let me know if you like the series or if you have any suggestions for it or anything you want me to do while on here. Like if you'll maybe build something specific once we get to a certain point, you know. So let me know. I like talking to you guys. But yeah, you guys have a good day and stay fresh.